Do people still call GameStop and ask for Battletoads? You definitely shouldn't do that, but in Japan you can find Battletoads for the princely sum of $80. It's a bit high. I think I bought mine for like 60, but I'm coming to you. This is Jay Contra, and I am in the west of Sapporo, and what is probably one of the biggest hard-offs that I've ever seen, so much so that they have quite an extensive DVD collection. But that's not what I'm here for. I'm here to look at their video games, and they have a very interesting selection. I don't want to say bad, and I don't necessarily want to say good, because it's a fine selection. They've got a good copy of Super Castlevania 4 for $20, which is good when it's loose. Also got Pokemon Gold for $3. Got a couple copies of a few copies actually of Kirby's Pinball. They've got they definitely got games. They've got this. I remember when this used to be almost $50. They've got Pokemon Red going for $10 complete. They even have Link's Awakening going for $8. It's a fine selection, and for some reason they've decided to put all of the fine games, not the greatest games, not the rarest games, but fine games in this here showcase. We've got Super Mario RPG $5. We've got the staples going for $5. We've got Street Fighter Alpha 2 going for $20. That's a fine price. We've got Earthbound 2, of course, going for $20. ActRaiser, which is something you don't see every day, going for $30. I might need to look and see if that's a good price. What else do they have? They also have a lot of just random games. We've got Ghouls and Goblins. Or is it Super Ghosts and Goblins, Super Ghouls and Goblins? I can't remember, but $10. It's a very fine price for that game. They also have the 2 Fire Emblem games for very good prices. We've got Fire Emblem. This is Mystery of the Emblem. This is, I believe, the first one for the Super Famicom, going for $5. And they also have Genealogy of the Holy War, I think it's called. There, it's going for $5. We've got Super Mario Collection, the remaster of 1 through 3. It includes the Lost Levels, going for $8. Mario Kart going for $5. Banjo-Kazooie, no box, but it does have the manual. You don't see that often, but here you see it with the manual for $8. As well as various Game Boy games. None that particularly stand out to me. Nothing super rare. They do have this random copy, this loose copy of Street Fighter 2 Plus for the Mega Drive, going for $5. And some assorted portables. They even have a copy of Splatterhouse Part 2, which is a very rare game for the Mega Drive here. Mega Drive games can get very expensive here. That's why this copy is going for $80, even though the manual has some damage to it. Now let's step away from the showcase and let's go over to the boxed games, because they have some very good prices on these. They've got Flashback, which is this crazy, apparently hard to control game. I don't know if it only came out in Japan or not, but that's going for $50 CIB. They also have a complete, yes, it is a complete copy of Megaman 7 going for $30. That actually, the condition, the condition's okay. You can see some creasing in the top. It's, it's seen better days, but $30 for that, that's a very good price. That could easily fetch $80 or more, I want to say. And then I also noticed some more Mega Man games. Please excuse me while I try and find them. They had some X games. Here we go. Okay. Here we've got Mega Man X3. This has some damage to its manual, and it's $30. But that's insane. I think, doesn't a cartridge of Mega Man X3 in America go for something like, it's got to be like $200 plus, and to find this for $30 complete, even if the manual's got a little tear in it, that's no problem to me. I think some guy who really loved Mega Man turned in games, because I swear, oh yeah, here we go. So yeah, here's Mega Man X2 going for $30 as well. It's got some damage to, I guess maybe just, I don't know what happened. It's got some damage to the manual as well, and I think, did I see X? I want to make sure, I want to go through and make sure I didn't see X. Okay, I guess, yeah, for some reason we've got 7, X2, and X3, but no X. Oh well. Then we've got Donkey Kong 64 and Mario going for $5 and $3. And just some assorted N64 games. Nothing really to write home about. They're perfectly fine games. We've got 2 Mega Drives. You don't see this very often. We've got a Model 1 drive, Mega Drive going over here. No controller though, but it's $50. That's a bit steep. And then here we've got something with, we've got the Model 2 going full with its adapter, AV cable, and 1 controller going for $80. Steep, but that's just for me personally. Now let's turn around, because then we can go look over here. And now something that you don't see too often in hard-offs is you just have manuals. Here you can just buy manuals for games. They have 2 copies. They have 2 Street Fighter 2 The World Warrior manuals that you can buy for $2. Like, I've never seen this in Japan before. Well, at least in hard-off. I've seen some stores in Akihabara selling manuals, but I've never seen a hard-off do it, and I wonder what happened. I guess someone might have just thrown out their boxes and kept the manuals around, but... Or maybe they just... Because people just turn in stuff at random... just randomly, with, you know, in various conditions, so there you go. If you want whatever this... What, I don't even know what this is, Peachy. Okay, whatever. We've got some 360s. Going from $60 for a loose console. You've got a black 360, the full set. I think this has a 120 gigabyte hard drive, going for $70, and then for also $70, you've got 60. I don't know. Okay, I don't know why they're the same price. They just are. Then you've got a bunch of I don't know why these got separated. Maybe there just wasn't enough space in this huge store. But they've got a bunch of honestly not really exciting. You got Super Mario Brothers 4. Oh, this is interesting. I've never, I'm gonna look into this, because I'm just looking to expand my Game Boy Advance collection. That looks like a fun enough game. Here we've got some more modern stuff. We got your Animu, if that's what you're into. No judgments, but if you like Animu, then maybe you should come here. Also got, oh yes, a well-priced Super Nintendo. Here we go. It's, well, Super Famicom. $40. This is how much Super Nintendo should cost. I know we've been seeing them for about $80 so far. That's too much. That's too much for me. That's... And then we've got some Amiibos. You know, I'm actually seeing less and less Amiibos these days, so I don't know what's happened. Then what have we got? Oh, a very well-priced Skyward Sword is going for $20. Nothing super rare, but there aren't that many rare Wii games. A bunch of horror games that I don't think got ported. Let's see, we got Sheeran the Wanderer 3 going for $5. Let's see, okay, yeah, not this, you know, this store, for its immense size and how kind of a pain in the ass it was to get here, there's not really that much going on here. We've got a Nintendo 64, no controller, no nothing. It's just the console itself is going for $15. Got another cut one there. And then they even have a GameCube for $5. I guess, I don't know what's going on. PSP games down there. Nothing. Let's... Oh, yes. Oh, good. Thank God I noticed it before I missed it. We have... Let's see, yes. We have a blue Heyu or not Heyu, this is the blue Pikachu N64 console going for $100, which is, I think, in the condition it's in, is an okay price. I've definitely found it cheaper elsewhere. And then we've got its cousin, the orange Pikachu N64, which is a Japan exclusive, I believe. I believe America and Europe only got this one. In Japan, you can find a beautiful orange one. This is also going for $100. They even have a fairly expensive AV Famicom on the right, going for $100, and then on the left they've got one that may have been left in the sun or was in a smoking household, and that's why it's gone. That yellow, that classic Nintendo yellow. They've also got, I think it's a one-piece, yeah, special edition one-piece, kind of orange gold PlayStation 3. That's going for almost $200. It seems like that's going for nearly $200, and then they have this beautiful, I love this PS3 over here. This is the PS3 that I have myself. It is a beautiful the Lightning version 2. There was a Lightning version 1 that was white and had a different design on it, but this black and pink combo is amazing, and $200 is a bit much. I've seen it go for even $60 some places. So I don't know why they're selling their rare PS3s at such a high price, especially at a time when PS3 prices are plummeting. So let's move through. We're gonna go back to the junk and wrap up, because I mean, I'm just kind of surprised for a place that has so many things. It's got a lot of, it's got even a space for luggage. Maybe you can tell from the back there, but it's just a whole row of luggage. We're even in coffee makers now. This place has so many things. It's got so much space, but the games leave a little bit to be desired. You know, I'm gonna pick a couple of things up, but I was expecting a bit more from this location. Although I was not exactly expecting a racing wheel for the Sega Saturn. That'll cost you $3. And then we've also just got some just normal junk stuff. Fat PS2s, GameCube. Let me double check. Well, let's go some deep. Once again, we've got a Sega Saturn gun that I would not want to be walking around in America with, because it is so lifelike that, you know, the police are just they're not even gonna hesitate. We've also got plenty of junk PlayStation and PlayStation 2 controllers. This one, its left stick has had a better life. And hard off is, I cannot stress this enough, a great place to go for cords. Like if you want that GameCube attachment cord for your Game Boy Advance, here you go. Plug that in, and it's gonna cost you $3. More kind of, you know, these controllers are just dirty. They're mostly dirty. Usually, just in my impromptu tests, they seem to work perfectly fine. They're just gonna be dirty, and if you can't tolerate that very well. Like, see here, we've got lots of just yellowed Super Famicom controllers that, you know, they work, but they're $3. I think a good, well, like, no, this one looks fine. This one's a little yellow. It's not perfect. It's not that nice new gray, but for $3, this is good. It's good to me. So we got plenty. I think the Wii cable apocalypse is upon us. We have so many Wii cables that we have to deal with now. And we've also got, oh, this is interesting. You don't see this very often. A Superscope Adapter. You'd put this on top of your TV to use with Nintendo's gun peripheral. It's I was gonna say $100. No, it's 108 yen. That's $1, more or less. We've also got more just different AV inputs and outputs. That's pretty much it. The last part of the section. Oh, and the Wii Fit boards. These are never gonna leave. Oh my god, just so many Wii Fit boards. No, last bit of the junk that I can show off is, oh, let's count. Let's see how many Wii Fits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 Wii Fits. So not as many as the last store I was at, but there's just gonna be more and more of them. This is, I guess, what I can wrap up on. Just more sports games, even though Dragon Quest 7. Let's see how much a junk copy of Dragon Quest 7 is. $1 for Dragon Quest 7. Oh, and Gran Turismo 2. How much is that going to cost us? It's going to cost us $1. So there is some treasures. If you don't have that big of a collection, this place could be okay. If you want to up your collection of rotary telephones, this is definitely the place you want to go to. There's a couple of things that I want to buy, but overall, I kind of wish this place did have more games considering its size. But, you know, not every hard off's going to be a winner, but it's definitely worth at least going to once. So, looking at some big-ass speakers, this has been Jay Contra in the western suburb of Sapporo in the hard off here, saying thanks for watching, see you next time, and mahalo.